Often I have a hard time understanding concepts you speak about. Does it matter that I don't understand if I am meditating and at least trying? Whatever you can catch it. Otherwise, don't bother. The technique will work, technique and the energy will work. That will work. See, sometimes actually I am giving too much technical knowledge. It is not really required. See, the modern day, people have become too hard and too illogically logical. So that is the reason I have to use so much of technical knowledge. This is all like a generalizing problem. You see, some of you already the feeling connection is established. So just straight away I can work with you guys. But with some people the feeling connection is not established. So I will have to constantly give a technical knowledge, means logical reason for why you are supposed to do this. Why you are supposed to do that. That takes so much of time and energy. Others feel bored. We know already, why are you asking us to do, why are you telling again and again? Sometimes people feel you are repeating the same thing again and again because people are not listening what to do. I have to repeat because they are not listening. So it's a problem of different background group. See, understand, each session and initiation will become deeper and deeper because you are getting in tune more and more. You are getting tuned to the experience more and more. That is the way each session will be happening. So if you sit with a deep vidarka, that being physical. See, even vidarka word, sometimes you may have your own meanings. Forget about that. Being physical. Just being here, that's enough. You will see the deeper and deeper openings start happening. Another one component of Jivan Mukti, being free from memories. Being free from memories is one of the important component of Jivan Mukti. That is why I will be correcting my disciples so thoroughly, so much, as if catching their neck. But I will never carry that. I never carry. Do not have any, anger or anything. Just living. Living memoryless. Please understand, when I am not saying about Alzheimer's or I am not saying about Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is not memorylessness. It is nothing. It is different. I am not talking about that. Being aware, being control of everything, but not having memories. Not being touched by memories. Not being disturbed by memories. That's what I call free from memories. You see, you have 3-level memories. First, the memory which you handle every day, like your name, your wife's name, your house address, your telephone number, the day-to-day thing, every day which you handle, things which you need to remember every 24 hours, every waking day which you need to remember. This is what we call table memory. Please understand. Things which you need to remember every day, table memory. Things you don't need to remember every day, but which is needed for your life, like maybe you will remember once in 3 months, once in few months. I can say that your car insurance number, or your insurance premium, or your house mortgage number. Not mortgage you have to remember. Of course, even mortgage you won't remember every day. No need. There are things which is needed for, you need to remember to run your life, but no need to remember every day. It is called cupboard memory. I am just classifying for your easy understanding. See, the table memory means the files which are in your table. Cupboard memory means files which are in your cupboard. You can pick up at any time. You can put it back any time, but they are not attended every day. The third is archival memory. Please understand, archival memory is like a completely put in the archives, which can be taken out only by spending a lot of time and remembering it, like a young age memories. Memories of young age, and when you are child, or all those memories. They are not needed for your day-to-day life. So they will not be in cupboard. They will be naturally in the archives. Please understand. The memory which is handled every day, it is stable memory. The memory which is kept in cupboard, which you can retrieve just by remembering. Just by remembering, you can retrieve. You don't need any special effort. But the archives memory, you need to put effort. You need to sit and remind yourself, remember. With a lot of effort, it's brought back. And there's a fourth level memory, which can be retrieved only by proper techniques, like a past life memory. The past life memory and all. It can be retrieved only by techniques, which is not usually in practice. But this childhood memory and all can be retrieved by putting little time and energy and attention to it. You can trace it back and retrieve. Please understand about these three memory first. Table memory, cupboard memory, archive memory. One of the important problem human beings are facing, they need to remember which they do not want to remember. Please understand. The necessity or force to remember which people usually do not want to remember. It's like for example, why do you think a doctor, after spending so much time on his profession, wants to have rest, wants to have vacation? Because he is supposed to remember the things which he does not want to remember. Please understand, I am opening some of the important basics of life. Why really human beings want vacation? Because they need to remember the things which they do not want to remember. In your life, in your profession, the whole society is built in a way where you need to constantly remember the things which you really don't want to remember. Whether you are a lawyer or engineer or doctor, whatever you may be, you need to remember too many things which you do not want to remember. Means you need to live with the archives memory and cupboard memory, putting the whole thing on your table. So table is overflowing. Please understand. Successful doctor means for whom the doctor profession is already a table memory, who is in tune with the whole thing. All of you understand what I am saying? But a person who is doing this profession, because he is forced, he lives on cupboard memory and archives memory on the table. What will happen to his table? Bringing archives memory and cupboard memory to your table is what I call stress. Stress is nothing but force to remember due to fear or greed. Award or punishment. Not avoid, award or punishment. Some way you are forced to remember the memory which is not your table memory, which is not your free flowing, which is not part of you, which is like either from cupboard or from archives. You see, if you bring it from cupboard, you will have stress. If you bring it from archives, you will have psychological disorders. Please understand, this is one of the important thing. In India, ancient times, the masters have tried to create communities based on their table memory. Please understand, if a person's table memory is more power based, is politician, let him rule. If a person's table memory is more enlightenment based, is Brahmana, let him become enlightened and teach. If a person's table memory is more production, producing, then Vaishya, create material and share, create wealth and share wealth. See, those things are all, it's not forced memory at all. See, even though there are some things in the archives which is not forced memory, which will not create vengeance in you. Here I am talking about forced memory. See, sometimes people ask which school you studied. That will neither be in table memory nor be in cupboard memory. It will be in archives memory only. That will not be forced memory. See, there are many things which you dumped into archives. See, by its own existence, if it goes to archives, it's okay. Many things you dumped into archives because you don't want to remember, but you are forced to remember. See, this cupboard memory which I gave and all, these are examples I gave. This process, does it give you pressure which you don't want to do? Then it's stable memory. It's just smooth. See, but there are so many things which you do not want to remember. You have to remember because it's your profession. Like software writing, many people go crazy by writing and reading softwares. You see, in the Vedic tradition, people will recite 100,000 slokas. Almost 100,000 slokas one guy will recite. Means what? The amount of, the size of the table. But they never suffer or get stressed. But with you guys, just a small one software writing, enough. You are tired, you are out. Forced memory.